Okay, y'all, this video is going to be about Umar Nurmagomedov. We just had UFC Vegas 57 last night. He beat Nathan Maness. Obviously, very dominant performance. I don't think it was competitive. He landed what? Nathan landed with like 2 strikes.
Yeah, 2 significant strikes, man.
And like we mentioned in the recap, man, Nathan will probably look back and probably be a little upset that he didn't make it a little bit more competitive because he survived way better than when people gave him the chance to. But at the same time, he was still very dominant. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at what's next for Umar Nurmagomedov. And the first things first, we're on the UFC.com's official website looking at the rankings in the Bantamweight division. Adrian Yanez.
Well, I think first of all, we got to say this. Like, Umar, like, he's not really ranked now. So it's like pretty much, like, he's not ranked in the top 15 or whatever. So, like, it depends on what his ranking would be.
Yeah, well, the number 15 is Adrian Yanez, so that's the first thing I was about to say is.
Yeah.
Number 15 is Adrian Yanez, so he just actually got up there himself. They had to put him up there after what he did last week. That was crazy. So now, for Umar, I know Jack Shore has a fight coming up. I know Sean O'Malley has a fight coming up. I don't think they would sacrifice Frankie Edgar like that.
Ooh.
You don't think they would do that, do you?
No. I think this is the perfect fight for him, bro, if you look at the rankings. Because, like, everybody else, like, outside the top 10.
Yeah, because Ricky got a fight coming up. Pedro got a fight coming up. I think Song Yudong got a fight coming up. Dominic, the only person who don't have a fight, and they just recently had a fight, is Rob Font. Merab is fighting Jose. Marlon is fighting Dominic Cruz.
But they too far ranked high, though, man. Like, realistically, he's going to probably fight somebody like...
So he probably fight the loser of, like, Jack Shore and Ricky Simmon, probably.
Yeah, and honestly, that's probably what they're gonna do because they're probably gonna make
or the loser of Pedro Munoz and Sean O'Malley. That'll make some money right there. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna lie because I don't think they would sacrifice Adrian because I feel like Umar would beat Adrian right now just stylistically. But I ain't gonna Adrian takedown defense ain't really been tested in the UFC yet because he been cleaning people up so bad and he been also fighting strikers.
Yeah, I don't think he has a chance against Umar. He's going to mix it up, man. It's not just he's a wrestler.
I know.
He's real good at mixing up the striking, the kicks with the wrestling. Adrian, like, is too much.
And then Adrian just pretty much just became a star last week. So I don't think they would sacrifice Nurmagomedov and Adrian Yanez. So both of them got bright futures ahead of them. So I think they're going to go in 2 separate directions for the moment. But, man.
But I will say this, though. If Pedro Munoz lose, that'll be 3 in a row.
And so that will make him perfect to fight
Umar. But then Umar can get tested.
Because what happened is if he could beat Pedro, a guy who is at this point kind of almost becoming like a Neil Magny. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you can beat Pedro, you can go to the next level type person.
Yeah, pretty much.
Because he can beat a lot of people outside of the top 10, but he can't beat a lot of people inside the top 10. So he's kind of like that gatekeeper.
And we can't act like he's not losing to people in the top 5.
Exactly.
So he's not losing to scrubs.
He's losing to people that most people can't beat. Dominic Cruz, Jose Aldo, and who else he lost to? Most people can't beat those people in a row. So it ain't. Let's say Sean O'Malley, if he lose Saturday.
Yeah.
I mean, who can beat Dominic Cruz, Jose Aldo, and Sean O'Malley in a row? Like, you know what I'm saying? So, but that will put him in a position where he's kind of on a decline coming out the rankings. And Umar would need a good fight like that, a good tested veteran who's been at the elite level, even though he ain't necessarily excelling up there. At least we don't know what he'll do Saturday if he beats Sean or not. But if Pedro was to lose, the Umar fight would be good. Again, I keep looking at Frankie Edgar name. I just don't know if, I mean...
But Frankie Edgar, he has a history of fighting up-and-coming stars.
Like he fought Yair
Rodriguez, man.
And he actually, that was like one of the good performances he had was against Yair, which a fight nobody gave him a chance.
Yeah, and I mean, other than Frankie Edgar's age.
Yeah.
But if it wasn't for that, if he was a little bit younger, he have a good chance against Umar.
Yeah,
but that's just he's like 40. He's older now, so I mean.
And I'm gonna go see what Song Yudong got coming up, man. Because you think that'd be too dangerous of a fight?
I think he's too far up in the rankings, though.
Yeah, he kind of making his way up. Yeah, you're right. He making his way up. So that might be too dangerous. And he also got a fight against Corey Sandhagen. That's actually interesting. We'll make a video on that one. But hey, the Rob Font fight, because the thing is, Rob has shown. I think Rob Font might actually be a good fight because Rob has shown that he also get into that right before he can get into the top 5, and then you'll just get he'll be on a win streak. He'll get to the top 5,
and get on a losing streak,
and then it'll just go out the window for whatever reason.
And
but that might be a good fight against Umar because stylistically, like even though Rob has been fighting some of the top guys, stylistically, and he might put it on Rob. Though.
Yeah, and also you have to think about this. Like Rob Font, he's ranked number 7 now. He's definitely gonna drop down. He might be ranked number 10 or 11.
Yeah, because Sean O'Malley and Pedro in them fighting, and then them. Yeah, so he'll drop down depending on how these other fights play out, and he'll kind of move down the rankings. So he won't. So he might actually be in a good position. So look, Rob Font potentially, Frankie Edgar potentially, the loser of Pedro Munoz and Sean O'Malley, especially if Sean O'Malley keep beefing with some of the people in the UFC and you lose, they might throw you Umar and feed you, to be honest. Then potentially the loser of Jack Shore and Ricky Simmons. Those are all some good, decent fights.
And let me say this, man. I think do you think some of these ranked fighters would prefer to fight Umar over? Because we got some killers in top 15, man. We got some killers, bro.
And Umar is literally
he's talented. I'm not gonna say he's not talented. He's a killer himself. But we got some proven killers in top 15. Yeah. So I think somebody like Frankie Edgar or Rob Font, they probably would prefer to fight Umar rather than Song Yadong. If you think about it.
Well, but it depends on stylistically because somebody with a good wrestling background probably wouldn't mind it all that much. You know what I'm saying? But if you're one of these guys who primarily win with your striking, I just don't know if that'll be for Rob Font. Stylistically, I don't know if it'll be favorable. It'll be a good fight for Umar, but stylistically, I can see that guillotine a mile away. I can see that just happening. I ain't gonna lie.
You talking about Rob Font doing the guillotine? Umar?
No,
I was about to say
no, Umar. I'm saying I can see that guillotine.
And Rob Font might be the weakest person, with all due respect, in the top 15. Stylistically.
Because at the end of the day, Umar gotta fight somebody. And they definitely gonna push this Nurmagomedov. They gonna push that last name. They gonna
I
mean, he just won last night in a crazy way. It was crazy dominant. So he literally has no choice but to start fighting some of these guys. So somebody got to get it. I hope Frankie don't take the fight. Like I said, maybe we'll have to see what Ricky Simmons and Jack Shore do. Maybe the loser of that fight, or maybe the winner of that fight too. Actually, you never know. But y'all, let us know what y'all think. Like, subscribe. Don't forget to leave a comment. Help us build the channel up. And go check out the rest of the material we're dropping for UFC 276. Thank you for